The Last Horizon, a war between two nations. The war between Kargan and Velmora did not begin with bombs or bullets. It began with silence. For years, the two neighboring nations shared a fragile peace. Archon was a powerful industrial state, rich in technology, drones, and armored divisions. Velmora, on the other hand, was smaller but fierce. Its strength lay in discipline, strategy, and an unbreakable national spirit. Between them stretched a narrow border known as the Gray Line, a land scarred by history and soaked in old blood. On a cold winter morning, radar screens in Archon detected unidentified. Aircraft crossing the Gray Line, no warnings, no messages, just movement. Within minutes, the sky changed. Fighter jets screamed across the clouds, missiles tearing through the air like fire-breathing beasts. Velmora's air defense systems responded instantly. Explosions lit the horizon. The war had begun. Day 1. Fire from the sky. Captain Ethan Cole, an Archon Air Force pilot, watched flames rise from Velmoran cities below as his jet cut through the clouds. His orders were clear: destroy enemy air bases and return. Yet as he looked down, he saw not military targets, but burning homes, fleeing civilians, and chaos. "Command, confirm targets," he said over the radio. "Proceed." "No hesitation," came the cold reply. Miles away, on the ground, Commander Lena Varric of Velmora stood inside a damaged command bunker. Dust covered her uniform. Her soldiers waited silently. "They crossed first," she said calmly. "But we will finish this." Velmora launched a counterattack. Missile batteries hidden in mountains came alive. Several Archon jets were shot down. One of them was Ethan's wingman. The sky became a graveyard.
At all costs.
Tax Week 1, the ground bleeds. Archon
Reinforcements
deployed ground forces within
inbound.
days. Tanks rolled across the Gray Line. Infantry followed, boots crushing frozen soil. Drones hovered overhead, watching everything. Velmora responded with guerrilla tactics. Roads were mined. Bridges collapsed. Snipers hid among ruins. Every step forward cost Archon blood. Sergeant Mark Hale, an Archon infantry leader, wrote in his journal, "We were told this would be fast, clean, but the ground screams when men die, and it never stops screaming." In Velmora, civilians fled cities as artillery thundered day and night. Hospitals overflowed. Power grids collapsed. Yet the people refused to surrender. Children painted flags on broken walls. Old men carried rifles older than themselves. The war was no longer about borders. It was about survival. Month 1, the turning point. After weeks of fighting, Archon planned a decisive strike, Operation Iron Dawn. The goal was simple: capture Velmora's capital and end the war. Thousands of troops advanced at dawn. The city skyline appeared through smoke. Victory seemed close, but Velmora had prepared. Hidden tunnels opened beneath the streets. Explosives detonated under tanks. Buildings became traps. From every direction came gunfire. Commander Lena Varric led the defense personally. She moved through rubble, shouting orders, saving wounded soldiers, refusing to retreat. "This city stands," she said, "or we die with it." Archon forces were trapped. What was meant to be the final blow turned into a massacre. Ah, the cost of victory. Captain Ethan Cole was shot down during a bombing run and captured by Velmoran forces. Instead of torture, he was treated as a prisoner of war. In captivity, he spoke with Velmoran soldiers. He saw their losses, their pain. "They told us you were monsters," he said quietly to Lena Varric during an interrogation. "And they told us the same about you," she replied. For the first time, doubt entered Ethan's heart. On the battlefield, Sergeant Mark Hale lost half his unit in one night. He carried his wounded friend through fire, whispering apologies that meant nothing. Back home, protests erupted in Archon. Families demanded answers. Coffins returned instead of heroes. For other final days, after 6 brutal months, both nations were broken. Archon's economy collapsed under sanctions and war costs. Velmora's cities lay in ruins. Millions were displaced. Neither side could claim victory. A ceasefire was proposed. In a neutral zone, leaders from both nations met under white flags. The world watched as guns finally fell silent. The treaty was signed not with pride, but with exhaustion. Borders remained unchanged. Nothing had been gained. Pros, aftermath, the silence returns. Ethan Cole was released and returned home. He left the Air Force soon after. He could no longer look at the sky without hearing screams. Lena Varick survived the war but lost her brother, her friends, and her city. She helped rebuild Velmora brick by brick. Years later, children played along the gray line. Grass grew where tanks once burned. Yet beneath the soil, the dead still slept. The war was over, but its echo remained. Because wars are not remembered by who started them. They are remembered by who suffered the most.